What's happening, beautiful people? Welcome to the Journey to Success show. It's your boy, Amir Pierre. And yes, I'm back with another one. Today, I wanted to chat with you all about 3 things that may be holding you back from achieving the things that you desire to have in your life, right? I'm going to go ahead and go from the rip from the top of this to let you know that honestly, these 3 things are probably just insecurities that we have within ourselves. But I wanted to bring this to your attention because I think these are, some things that really affect a lot of us, again, from achieving or even going after the things that we desire to go after or have in our life. So without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and jump right into the first one. First thing is caring about what other people think about us. Why is it that we even care? Why is it that, we even worry about what another person think about us, right? I don't know. I can't tell you, but I will say that, this thing right here does hold a lot of people back from even getting started or, going after, what it is that they desire to have because they're so worried or they're so insecure about what this person might say or what this person might think. It don't matter, right? And I'm gonna keep it hot with you. Honestly, a lot of people, everybody got an opinion, you know what I'm saying? And especially if it's not a positive thing, I'm not even listening to it. But it's crazy because I'm worried about, what this person might think, where honestly, this person probably don't even know what to think about themselves, right? And that's not the point of focus when we're talking about caring about what other people think. We're talking about you. We're talking about how you feel, right? Why are you even worried about what another person thinks? Because the only thing that really honestly matters is what you think of yourself. And even then, guess what? You got to be careful about how you think about yourself because you can self-sabotage yourself into thinking negative or you can think bad upon yourself. So it's really no difference if you're thinking bad about yourself or feeling bad about yourself in the sense of that you're talking down on yourself. It don't matter if another person's doing it, especially if you're doing it on your own. So I just want you to remember, listen, don't worry about what nobody else say or what somebody else think. Most of the people don't even have themselves figured out. You see what I'm saying? So if you're worried about what another person thinks, you're in the wrong business, right? Go after what you want to go after and don't worry about what other people think, right? Because I promise you, when you go out of it and you start going out of it and you start learning yourself in the process, what another person think gonna be the last thing on your mind. So make sure you're not focusing on what another person think of you. It doesn't matter. The next thing that may be holding you back from achieving your success and your greatness, right, is the fear of failure, right? So yes, a lot of people are afraid to start because they're afraid to fail. But here's what you have to do whenever you're going after whatever it is that you're going after, right? You got to stop looking at, taking L's as you failing or you losing, because really there's no such thing as a failure. And whenever you're going in and you're in a process of something and you're going through the process, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you that the process is where it's at. That's where the success at. That's where the growth at. That's where you're learning, about yourself and discovering new things. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it is, you going, for success in a business or, going for personal success, whatever it is, right? The process is where it's at. So even when I will call it, as Napoleon Hill called it, go through a temporary defeat. When you go through it, don't look at it as, oh man, I failed or I took this loss, it's over. Honestly, you might want to look at it from a different perspective. Say, okay, this right here didn't work the way that, I planned it to work. But there's something that I can learn from this situation, right? There's something that I can learn from this adversity, right? Because I'm gonna tell you, in failure or taking your L's, that's an opportunity for growth. The seed of opportunity is in that situation. And what I mean by that, you gotta look at that situation and be like, okay, boom, this didn't work out in the way that I wanted it to work out, but what can I learn from this? Instead of saying, oh man, I failed, this is the end of it. Always look in your temporary defeats, look for opportunities to learn something, opportunities to take that adversity and turn it into a win. Because that's just really what it is, right? There's no such thing as failure. Don't be afraid to take some L's, because I'm telling you, you're going to learn from it if you're looking to learn from it. But if you ain't looking to learn from it, and if you ain't committed to achieving the thing that you're trying to, achieve, then absolutely you are going to look at it as a failure. But look at it as a seed of opportunity for growth or understanding, and just period from a standpoint of learning. So the third and final thing on my list of what hold people back from achieving the things that they desire to have is their comfort zone. You feel me? That thing that, it feels better here, is not much pressure here. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to do much to achieve what it is that I'm achieving. And in fact, on top of, being afraid and caring about what other people think, it's just more comfortable to stay the same. So I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this right here. Life is literally about growing and evolving. And I would like to say, my favorite saying is, if you're not growing, you're dying, right? So in order to grow, you have to get out of your comfort zone, meaning you have to get out of that old you, right? And so there are some people who may be comfortable with where they are, and that's cool if you're comfortable, as long as you're happy, where you are. And there's no issue with that, because at the end of the day, life is about finding your happiness. Whatever it is that makes you happy, whatever it is that make you, enjoy and appreciate your life. But when we talk about comfort, there's no growth in comfort, right? There's nothing about comfort that's going to get you to the next level. There's nothing about comfort that's going to get you to where you desire to be as far as success, right? So with your comfort zone, nothing grows there. All right, you have to understand that. Don't be so stuck in your ways or afraid to go after what you want to go after because it feels better there, right? And all good feelings sometimes ain't always a good thing. Remember that, all right? So listen, embrace the struggles, embrace the L's, stop worrying about what people say, and get out your comfort zone, right? And when you get out your comfort zone and you take on the challenges and whatever it is that you have to take on to get where you want to be, I promise you're going to grow. It's going to stretch you out, right? But it's all about how you looking at that growth, right? Are you embracing the growth? Are you embracing the challenges? Or are you afraid and you just going to stop and go back to where it's comfortable? You know what I'm saying? Sleeping in your bed at night and being in the bed in the morning is very comfortable. But what happens if you keep snoozing, right? You might not make it to work. You might not make it or do the things that you have planned out for that day. You see what I'm saying? So make sure that you are getting out your comfort zone, all right? This wraps up the conversation for today's show. I hope that you all found value in this show. And if you did, please make sure that you like, share, and comment your opinions. I'm all open for it. I'm okay with taking the opinions from you all because you all are helping me grow and evolve as an individual. Make sure that you're passing this information on to somebody you care about that needs to hear this, all right? I appreciate everything that y'all do. Until next time, it's your boy, Coach P. I'm out.